the Blue Jackets have made their first trade of the deadline, and while it wasn't maybe the first deal we expected to happen, it was someone whose name has been in trade rumors for quite some time now. It is Gus Nyquist, who has been shipped off to the Minnesota Wild in exchange for a 2023 fifth-round pick. That's not a very high return at first glance, but his injury situation was always going to limit the return of this deal, kind of put a really low ceiling on this, because he's probably not going to see much action the rest of this regular season. If any, this is mostly Gus Nyquist preparing to play in the playoffs for a playoff team, and a fifth round probably was going to be the highest value that we could have expected for a Gus Nyquist trade at this point, especially with the memo that was sent out by the NHL that was like, hey, we're going to pay really close attention to some of these potential LTIR deals. Which maybe isn't that much of a consideration anyway, considering that the Blue Jackets actually retained 50% of Gus Nyquist's salary for the remainder of the year in this deal, which makes me kind of scratch my head, because it didn't seem like the Jackets were willing to do that with the Gavrikov stuff. But whatever, I said I'm not talking about him until the trade happens. That's just the one parallel I'll talk about that. But it was a bit strange, sad to see him go. But again, he probably wasn't going to play that much in the season for the Blue Jackets anyway. This fifth-round pick is Boston's fifth-round pick, too. That's the one that the Wild got by retaining for Orlov, I believe. They got a fifth-round pick from Boston there. That's the one they gave the Blue Jackets. So it's going to be, most likely, definitely a very late fifth-round pick as well, getting into might as well have been an early sixth. So not a huge return for Gus Nyquist, but I guess this is better than just letting him walk away for nothing and potentially just losing an asset for absolutely nothing. This also gives the Blue Jackets a fifth-round pick in the upcoming draft. They didn't have a fifth-round pick, so there's another tidbit there, I guess. As far as the Wild go, they are clinging to third in the Central, although they are pretty sort of comfortably in a wild card spot at this point. So even if they move out of the Central Division playoff race, then right now they're a team in playoff position. They're trying to improve their roster for the playoffs. That's the point I'm trying to make there, and that's the only way this move makes sense. If they're confident that their team will make the playoffs and have something to play for, otherwise, then this wouldn't really make sense, because again, he's not going to provide much in terms of regular season production. This is a move you make when you're thinking about when the playoffs start and hockey, the game of hockey pretty much changes as far as the league goes. So thank you all for watching this short video. In other Blue Jackets trade news, Joonas Korpisalo was put on. He was healthy scratched for trade-related reasons. A deal hasn't happened yet, but when it does happen, I will be there to cover it. Thank you all for watching this far into the video. I'll see you at the next one.